Continuing very briefly with some of the halachot of Muktzeh, we left off, we'll discuss very briefly now, let's say different types of wine bottles and different types of cans. There's a machloket generally between Rosh Hashanah Auerbach and Rav Ovadia. Those are the main two players in the machloket, whether or not you can open up cans and different types of bottle caps, metal bottle caps on Shabbat. The halacha, Rav Ovadia is mekel. For that reason, that he therefore extends this kula to Halachot Muktzeh as well, and says there's no Muktzeh whatsoever when it comes to these cans or wine bottles with a metal cap or any of these things that might be in this machloket of opening a bottle or not. Is because he holds it's mutar to open. There's no prohibition, there's no isur of Muktzeh on these items. So wine bottles and all these things would be allowed to be moved and no problem with Muktzeh. Raw meat. Based on the Din Talmud, based on the Gemara and Shulchan Aruch, raw meat had a function. Back then, they used to actually chew raw meat. I guess like gum or something. I don't know. They used to do it. People used to chew raw meat. For that reason, in halacha, it's brought down that raw meat is not muktzeh either. However, in our generation, no one eats raw meat. No one has raw meat, so it's good to be machmir, not to touch raw meat. But nevertheless, if there's a scenario where your raw meat is out of the refrigerator for too long and you're scared it might get spoiled or you might lose some money on it, in that scenario, because of the letter of the law is permissible, you're allowed to move that raw meat back into the refrigerator to maintain its status from it protected from going bad. Now there's a classic question: Matza on Erev Pesach, that's on Shabbat. Are you allowed to move it or not? So regular matzah, they say it's mutar, it's not considered muktzeh, because you can give that regular matzah to a child who is not yet of age of the Sifur Yetzirah Mitzrayim and isn't obligated in the mitzvot per se, so you can feed that to him. But the matzah shmura, the specific matzah that you're going to do the mitzvah with, that we're careful not to touch. That's considered muktzeh because its only purpose is designated for the seder night, and on that Shabbat you shouldn't move it. This is again Pesach. That's right after Shabbat. Shabbat, that's Erev Pesach. Coffee powder and coffee things, because you can make coffee or tea or hot chocolate with them on Shabbat, they're not considered muktzeh. Medicines, although medication generally, unless someone is a chodesh sakana, should not be taken on Shabbat, meaning if someone is walking and acting and conducting himself like a healthy person and has a simple headache or something, you should refrain from taking medication. Nevertheless, it's not considered a muktzeh. Medicine is not considered a muktzeh because it's very common in our households for someone to be sick that really needs the medicine. So for that reason, the medication is not considered muktzeh, and if you come across it, you can move it back into the medication cabinet, and it's not a problem. You can move them even if right now there's no one sick in the house, because it's common that you'll find someone that is sick that'll take these types of medication, and for that reason, it's not considered muktzeh. Have a wonderful day.